Egypt has unveiled a series of recently discovered, finely decorated ancient tombs.
Beneath the scorching sands of the Middle East, something unimaginable may be stirring, and it begins not with a shovel, but with Google's quantum AI. According to whispered rumors spreading across the web, this cutting-edge technology has done the unthinkable. Scanned the alleged tomb of Gilgamesh, the half-god, half-man king of Uruk, and uncovered secrets long buried by time and legend. For over 4 millennia, the final resting place of Gilgamesh has remained one of archaeology's greatest unsolved riddles. But now, with the rise of quantum computing and artificial intelligence, that riddle may be unraveling, faster than anyone ever imagined. Is this a leap into the future of discovery, or a digital illusion spun from myth? What did Google's AI really find beneath the desert floor? And why is no one talking about it? Google's quantum leap into the Gilgamesh tomb mystery. In a surprising turn of events, sources have revealed that Google may be harnessing quantum AI to unlock secrets surrounding the legendary tomb of Gilgamesh. Reports suggest that Google's groundbreaking quantum technology could hold the key to locating one of history's most elusive burial sites. The potential use of quantum computing to uncover ancient mysteries is generating excitement and speculation among archaeologists and historians worldwide, raising hopes that an age-old puzzle might soon be solved. Gilgamesh himself was a legendary Mesopotamian king, ruling the city of Uruk around 2500 BCE. He is famously remembered through the Epic of Gilgamesh, considered one of the earliest literary masterpieces ever recorded. His tomb has remained a historical puzzle, attracting explorers and archaeologists for centuries. Despite numerous expeditions, no conclusive evidence pinpointing his resting place has ever been discovered. This ongoing uncertainty makes the idea of using advanced technology to locate the tomb especially appealing. But what exactly makes quantum computing special enough to potentially solve such ancient mysteries? Quantum computing relies on quantum bits or qubits. Unlike traditional computers, which operate using binary bits, quantum computers utilize qubits that can represent both 0 and 1 simultaneously. This feature, called superposition, enables quantum computers to process enormous amounts of data at speeds impossible for classical systems. Google's recent quantum breakthrough, a 105-qubit processor named Willow, demonstrated its capability to solve complex computations within minutes. You see, harnessing quantum computing in archaeology could do wonders. Archaeologists currently rely on satellite imagery, ground-penetrating radar, and manual surveys. Integrating quantum computing would enable rapid and precise analysis of massive data sets. Quantum-enhanced algorithms could identify subtle underground anomalies, hidden chambers, and burial structures buried deep beneath modern landscapes. Additionally, quantum simulations might accurately reconstruct ancient geological conditions, helping pinpoint likely tomb locations. If genuinely applied to archaeological exploration, quantum computing could dramatically accelerate discoveries, potentially revealing the elusive tomb of Gilgamesh itself. But before the quantum hunt begins, we need to meet the king we're chasing, Gilgamesh and his mysterious tomb. The real Gilgamesh mystery. When we talk about Gilgamesh, we're not just dealing with a myth. He was a real king who ruled the ancient city of Uruk in Mesopotamia around 2500 BCE, that's southern Iraq today. Some of the earliest cuneiform inscriptions mention him by name. One even says he was chosen by the sun god Utu, which was a big deal back then. He's credited with building massive city walls and temples. The more archaeologists uncover, the more it seems like the man behind the myth really existed. And what really keeps people talking is the Epic of Gilgamesh. It's not just a story, it's one of the first pieces of literature humanity ever created. These tales were written on clay tablets over 4,000 years ago in a language called Akkadian. They tell us about Gilgamesh's friendship with a wild man named Enkidu, their crazy adventures, and his desperate search for eternal life. But the part that grabs historians is what happens after Gilgamesh dies. The epic says that his people diverted the Euphrates River to bury him underneath it. That one detail has kept researchers looking for his tomb ever since. Could it really be hidden under a dry riverbed in Iraq? Fast forward to 2003. A German archaeologist named Jörg Fassbinder led a team to Uruk. They used high-tech equipment to scan the ground near an old path of the Euphrates. What they found surprised them. Their magnetometers picked up signals of something man-made underground, possibly walls or even a chamber. Fassbinder said it could be a grave. He didn't make wild claims, but admitted it was worth looking into. The idea that this might be the tomb of Gilgamesh suddenly didn't seem so far-fetched. But just when the team was preparing to dig deeper, war broke out. The U.S. invaded Iraq and everything came to a stop. The excavation was never finished. That one piece of data, those underground signals, was left hanging. The site went silent. Years passed and no one went back. That gap in the research sparked all kinds of online rumors. Some claimed the tomb was found and covered up. Others said U.S. troops took something out of the ground and vanished. But none of those theories have solid proof, just a lot of speculation and videos. Still, the interest hasn't gone away. Archaeologists today use tools like satellite imagery and ground-penetrating radar to explore ancient sites without digging. Teams have scanned areas around Uruk and found more possible structures. One radar scan revealed something big in an old riverbed that actually matches what the epic described. Could that be it? Maybe, but the scientists are careful. They say nothing can be confirmed without proper excavation, and that hasn't happened yet. What's clear is that something is there. It might be a forgotten building or a ceremonial site, or it could be the final resting place of one of the most legendary kings in human history. That's what makes this story so powerful. There's enough history to make it real, enough mystery to keep us guessing, and just enough science to make it possible. Yet as mystery surrounds Gilgamesh, modern tech raises a new debate. Quantum AI hype versus real discoveries. Without a doubt, the news about Google's quantum AI being used to scan Gilgamesh's tomb sounds exciting. But there is no public evidence that this has happened. Google has not released a paper, archaeologists have not found any artifacts linked to the tomb, and there is no press release confirming any quantum scan of that site. In real archaeology, finding a tomb involves ground surveys, careful excavation, dating methods, and peer review before specialists call it a discovery. Without those steps, claims of a quantum scan remain rumors rather than facts. Nature even notes that remote scanning must still be validated with field digging and dating before a discovery is credible. On the other hand, AI has already helped uncover real archaeological treasures in recent years. In Turkey, archaeologists working at the ancient site of Gordion unearthed a royal tomb chamber from the 8th century BCE. They confirmed their findings with traditional excavation after remote sensing and careful historical study, and this tomb is now strongly linked to the family of King Midas. Experts describe the discovery as remarkably well preserved and tied to real fieldwork backed by solid evidence. Another example comes from the Rub al-Khali Desert in the Arabian Peninsula. In the early 2025, researchers from Khalifa University used satellite-borne radar data combined with AI to detect traces of a 5,000-year-old civilization beneath the shifting sands. They analyzed massive data sets of radar images and mapped out ancient settlement features that would have been impossible to find using traditional survey tools alone. This discovery shows how AI can reveal lost human history in extreme environments, but it still requires groundwork to confirm the AI-generated findings. AI has also made an impact in Peru, where researchers used machine learning to analyze satellite images and discovered 303 previously unknown geoglyphs in the Nazca region. These new designs include parrots, cats, monkeys, and even killer whales. Archaeologists confirmed the existence of these geoglyphs through targeted field visits, showing how AI can accelerate site discovery in dense or remote landscapes. These examples show a pattern. Cutting-edge technology guides archaeologists to promising sites, but ground confirmation is essential. Quantum AI, satellite radar, photogrammetry, and machine learning serve as powerful tools for detection. Yet the actual confirmation comes from boots on the ground, careful excavation, and peer-reviewed data. Until Google or any team applies such rigorous methodology to Uruk and publishes field-validated results, claims about scanning Gilgamesh's tomb remain early-stage speculation rather than proven discovery. Still, the story doesn't end with skepticism. It pushes forward with possibility. The hunt isn't over. The tomb of Gilgamesh remains one of the most captivating archaeological mysteries ever. It sits at the intersection of history and mythology, and even after thousands of years, it still hasn't been found. Despite numerous expeditions, surveys, and clues from ancient texts, the physical evidence has stayed just out of reach. But what makes this story even more gripping today is the tools we now have to find. It are evolving faster than ever before. Archaeology is no longer limited to digging trenches and brushing away dirt. The hunt is changing because the methods are changing. We're in a time when scientists can feed ancient maps, elevation data, historical flood routes, and material density readings into powerful algorithms that can find anomalies without a shovel ever touching the ground. That shift from manual to machine-assisted archaeology opens up new paths, ones that might lead to long-lost tombs, temples, or buried cities. The Epic of Gilgamesh mentions a river burial, which for years made the site nearly impossible to access. Now, with the help of predictive modeling and remote sensing, it's possible to narrow down locations that would have once taken lifetimes to search. The most powerful part is that it isn't just theory. Researchers in regions like the Middle East, South America, and Northern Africa are actively using these tools. From LiDAR imaging in Cambodia that mapped entire forgotten cities, to infrared sensors in Egypt detecting outlines of structures beneath the sand, we've already seen proof that buried truths can be uncovered using technology. The tools keep improving, and the targets, like the Tomb of Gilgamesh, are still out there. But for all this promise, there's still something deeply human about the search. No matter how advanced our tech becomes, discoveries still rely on real people asking the right questions, connecting the clues, and being willing to keep looking. Algorithms don't feel wonder when a new wall appears on a scan. Scientists do. That human spark is what keeps this hunt alive. Across borders, across disciplines, and across generations. New tech is pushing boundaries, but some legends still hold their ground. As we blend science with ancient mystery, what do you believe? Cutting-edge discovery or clever digital myth? Let us know what you think. Thanks for watching. If this story intrigued you, hit like and subscribe for more.